Wildlife poaching is big business, worth more than $17 billion a year and growing. The slaughter is being fueled by demand from Asia, where rhino horn is a status symbol and believed to even cure cancer. Only one thing stands between the rhino and heavily armed poachers. This series follows the next generation of elite anti-poaching rangers as they are put through intense military training. Once ready, they head out into what has become a wildlife war zone.
Get down! Get down! You gotta go!
From here, they will take him into electrical field.
New recruits for the Ranger Anti-poaching course have enlisted. There'll be no contact with the outside world for 38 days.
So we can't have people here that are soft. We can't have people here that are going to crack under pressure.
Left, right, left.
The first training march was brutal and took some of them by surprise. It's the morning of day 2. The day training starts for real. Nabil is desperate to continue on the course, but he's lost movement in his arm. For the moment, he must rest.
Okay, guys, go fast to obstacle course. Run! Move it, move it, move it, move it. Run, guys, obstacle course. Run!
For the other trainees, day 2 starts hard and fast.
It's not nice. It's painful, this obstacle course. I know it. But yeah, they are trying.
Ons word soos slawe behandel hierso. Baie hard geoefen. Dit seer vir al daardie obstacle oefeninge wat ons doen.
Don't give up before God. What's your name? What's your name? Come on. Come on. Move.
Yo, ngifumene ubunzima kakhulu kwezandambo, unyuke ezandambo. Olona xinezelelo ndilifumana apha emzimbeni wami because umzimba wami omkhulu njengoba nani nobona. Uxinezelelo ndilifumene phana.
Sorry, bro. That's fine.
Lunga's struggling a bit. He's a bigger oak, but he's very determined and he doesn't quit. And that's what I love about him. He's got such a strong heart. So he'll continue climbing that rope, falling down, get back up, fall down, get back up. He never dies.
Come on. That's it. Sharp. Guys, drop.
Survival in the bush is all about working as a team and helping your fellow rangers. The obstacle course reinforces this idea.
Uba babengekho uChristian benza soloko ncedwa ngubani. Ndizincedwa nguye amaxesha amaninzi. Yasokola ngenxa yobethwa ngumzimba.
Everybody's starting to understand what's expected of them. They're here to train, and train hard.
The assault course is quite demanding. We keep opening up wounds. I'm sure this is nothing for today. Tomorrow it's going to open up and get bigger, and the day after that bigger, and the day after that. So, like, wounds don't really get time to heal before you open them up again.
Het het my so 'n bietjie seer gemaak. Hierdie boetste is nie baie lekker nie. Dit het my voete baie seer gemaak. So ek dink die spykers wat in die boetse is steek 'n bietjie uit en dit het my gesteek en dit het nou blaasies gemaak en daardie blaas het heel te gemaak.
Away from the camp, in more comfortable accommodation, Nabil has been ordered to rest.
I'll be going to the doctor today to get my results and so on. Let's hope today I could be more happy with the news I'll be getting. Hopefully it'll be good news because I am anxious. Oh well, doctor says 50% improvement. He's very much impressed. But the bad news is still no training for me for like 7 days. Next week Friday I have to be back for some more assessment. That's bad news concerning my training. But like now it's all up to Vince, so we'll hear what he has to say.
Arriving at the ProTrack office, Nabil is nervous. His whole future hangs in the balance.
I think what we're going to have to do, bud, is the only way you're going to have missed too much training between now and next week Friday. And even if it does cure by next week Friday, we're going to be putting you through the same things. It's going to be more strenuous, and you're going to just do your injury a lot more harm than good. So I think the best bet for you is make your way home, unfortunately, and then look at January coming back. But fitness, my man.
Yeah.
You're going to have to use the time while you're not here to get fit, and then we see you in January. All right,
No, I'll be back.
100%, my man.
Thanks
see
a
you
lot.
January, bud.
Yeah, well, thank you so much.
Shot, bud. Lekker.
Take care. I'm very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. I'm gutted.
Come, move it. Alright guys, there's some unfortunate news for you guys. I'm gonna let Nabil fill you in about the story.
I have to believe you guys as in going home, you know. But I'll be back January. All you guys will be gone. You know, you guys are my teammates and all. It won't be the same. It won't be the same. Corporal Kelvin.
Sure, brother. Well done.
I will miss you, man.
But you're back in January, guys. You guys will stay in January. He's doing the course once he's finished. If he works for us, you guys will be working with him in the bush. So this isn't goodbye. It's till I see you again, kind of thing.
Till next time, brother.
Till next time, guys.
Thanks, last time.
Right, guys. See you, bro. Right, guys, keep the good work up, man.
Gonna miss
Keep it up, man. Keep it up. You guys can do this, eh? You guys can do this, man. Right. You guys can do this.
Left side.
Left side. Right, guys, on 3, 1 team. Come on. On 3, guys. On 3. On 3, 1 team. 1, 2, 3. 1 team! Here we go, guys. Nice, nice. Yeah, peace out, guys. Keep it up. Corporal. Yeah. Sure, man. Good luck, guys.
Ek is baie jammer vir Nabil wat ons die sad boodskap omgegee het dat hy gaan teruggaan huis toe en dat het ons al 3 ek en Nabil en Lunga van die Ooskaap gekom het om hierdie kursus te kom voltooi. Dit is maar nou baie hartseer vir hom om te sien dat hy alleen teruggaan Ooskaap toe sonder ons.
The rest of the team heads out into the bush for the first time. Most of the trainees come from poor backgrounds. Like many South Africans, they can't afford the admission fee to a reserve or national park. So, for some of them, this is the first time they've seen animals in the wild.
Dit is vir my 'n plesier om uit die kamp uit te gaan vir uitstappie in die veld. Dit is 'n groot voorreg vir my om in die veld te wees, om ander soort diere te sien, om verskillende soorte diere te sien daar in die veld.
Every sign and sound in the bush can be a vital clue for a ranger. Buzzing flies lead them to a zebra carcass.
Right, so you guys can see it's not snared, there's no marks in the neck or anything. See on the side of the body there's scratch marks. Some kind of predator. We saw lion tracks earlier, so it's safe to assume that this is definitely from the lion. You can see here by the scratch wounds, still blood in there. Carcass doesn't smell yet, it's fresh. Sometime this morning, possibly even this afternoon. Don't want to stay here for too long in case these guys are still around.
Patrolling on foot is always risky. 2 rangers were recently killed by lions.
It wasn't poached, we could clearly see scratch marks, there were no snares, it was eaten from behind, all the telltale signs. Yeah, but very nice to also observe a fresh kill like that and to have the lions so very close to us with no fence and only one weapon. Yeah, it was exciting, quite a rush.
It's the most dangerous mammal in Africa. If you do come to a place like this where they're near the water, always make sure you've got a tree or something that you can use as shelter like this thing to stop him coming through to you. When there's hippo in the water, generally they're a lot safer. Don't want to stress it out too much.
The corporal has seen something large moving in the bushes. This is the first time most of the trainees have seen a rhino in the wild. It's important to be as quiet as possible. Rhinos have poor eyesight, but good hearing. Any surprise sounds could make the rhino charge. Sleeping in the bush is part of a ranger's job. It's vital they learn how to build a shelter to protect them from roaming lions and leopards.
Maak nou die goede. Die doringstokken hier om voor onze kampie te maken. Waar ons eindelijk gaan slapen.
Wenothi kuthi uzohlala nezingonyama lapha.
Yeah. That's why khatha lezi zinto zisharp ukuthi if the lion ngeke khona ukungena la ubona that means ithina
izohlatswa
le nto nakufana nawe ubona ukuthi kwenzeni le yeah it's too strong this
usina wengiphuma igazi ndoda hey
nami angishayile
nzima ndoda
but absolute
Netjies. As jy vir meneer wat hier inkom nie.
A clear sky and a full moon give plenty of light to hunt by. That's why the locals call it a poacher's moon.
Confronting. Ngicabanga hayino. Lala Confronting hayino. Hayi mina ngaqonda hayina inkulu ngaba phandle.
It's day 7. Today, they'll be learning how to track poachers through the bush. They've been given air guns so they get used to running while carrying a weapon. Soon, they'll have an automatic rifle in their hand.
If the conditions allow, what we'll do eventually is one team will walk and we won't stop. Because the whole point of tracking is to be faster than the guys you're following. So that's the whole point of having tracking formations, walking faster, running on the spoor, that kind of thing. Everyone understand?
Let's go.
Signs and mouth clicks are used to communicate. These blend in with the natural sounds of the bush. They're learning to spot anything that's being disturbed as people have passed through. Missing something as small as a broken twig could mean the difference between catching poachers or losing them. Freddy has found a snare.
You know how fast a tree grows, it doesn't happen in a day. That's been here for, I'd say, close to a year, maybe even more. Bark's grown completely over. You see, it's still set, so it doesn't matter how old it is, it can still catch something.
Sharp.
More animals are poached using snares than by any other method. They are mainly set by people from local townships. Meat is expensive, so wild game is a big temptation for them.
Right guys, well done. Back in your formations, let's carry on. Team leader tracker.
If anybody's looking for me, I'm just gonna nip out. I got a chat with
Back at the ProTrack offices, Vince has received the worst news possible. 2 more rhinos have been killed. One of them is a youngster. It probably happened on the night of the full moon.
Come, move it, move!
The trainees are called to their first crime scene.
Yeah, on the way to the rhino carcass, my gemoed het gesak. I immediately felt really sad because we came all this way. I came a long way from home to be here to stop this, and 7 days in, another one's been killed. So yeah, and then when we eventually got to the rhino carcass and I saw it for the first time right in front of me, it's not right. It doesn't feel good to see such an amazing, big, strong animal just being killed for nothing.
Ndathi ndakujonga nje ngibeyileli pha phansi yathanda uba buhlungu inhliziyo yami ngamandla ngoba beniqala ukubona irhino ileli phansi ifile ngamehlo am.
After the police had left and we finally got clearance to start the autopsy on the rhino, I got really involved. We tried to trace the bullet from the entrance point. There was no exit point for the bullet, so we knew it had to be somewhere inside of the rhino.
If they can find the bullet, they may be able to identify the gun that was used.
Wat ek gesien het aan die renoster, dit was die slagtery wat plaasgevind het. Ek het nie geweet die renoster het so dik vellie. Die akelige reuk wat ek kon gevat het, dit was baie vrot geweest, soos ek gesê het voorheen. Dit het al 3 na 4 dae toe gelê, so dit was baie vrot geweest en het al wurms uitgekom, so daardie reuk het my so naar gemaak dat ek amper opgegooi het.
It got quite brutal. We completely dismantled the whole rhino. We were struggling to find the bullet. Awful smell of ammonia and rotting flesh, maggots everywhere, blood everywhere. I was literally hacking with an axe through bone, flesh and bone, with blood splattering everywhere.
Despite their efforts, no bullet is found. Vince is worried. When they first arrived, he spotted a gash in the side of the animal. Maybe the poachers were clever enough to remove the bullet. The death of another rhino hits everyone hard, but it's a reminder why they're here. To make a difference in the war against poachers. Next time, the trainees are pushed to the limit. Lunga struggles.
If he can't get himself up that rope, I'm gonna have to fail him.
Firearms training moves up a gear. And the poachers strike again.